Hi, I'm Merrick D'Amato.
And I'm Mini Matt.
And welcome back to Mindbreakers. Gonna bring up our special little wheel in 3, 2, 1, and bam, and please God give us something better than Creepazoids.
So bad.
Come on.
Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes.
Okay. I did not know there was a movie of this. What?
It's a TV movie.
Oh.
Starring David Hasselhoff.
Oh.
Marvel's hard-boiled hero is brought to TV. He is brought back to fight the menace of Hydra after exiling himself in the Yukon since the end of the Cold War. The children of the former Hydra head, Baron von Stucker, have taken charge of the terrorist organization under the head of his vicious daughter, Viper. Hydra seized a deadly virus, the destruction of America. The covert agency S.H.I.E.L.D. brings Fury out of retirement to fight the terrorists.
I like how he's hard-boiled.
Hmm.
He's like a detective or something. I love it. Oh, this sounds interesting. David Hasselhoff is Nick Fury. Good lord.
Let's watch this.
From the pages of entertainment history, from a brand renowned for non-stop action-adventure, from a name that stirs the imagination, from a universe where good is heroic and evil sets the screen ablaze, comes a man who will always remain a hero.
I'll get that vampire's blood if I have to suck it from her neck.
Fury.
Nick, yesterday Hydra stormed Trinity Base, and they killed Clay in the process.
Welcome to S.H.I.E.L.D., the Supreme Headquarters International Espionage Law Enforcement Division.
Nick, take care of her.
Isn't that sweet? His last words, Nick. I assume he meant his boyhood chum, Nick Fury. Well, rest assured, your friend's death is only the beginning.
Fury! Managed to screw things up again?
Listen carefully. I'm addressing S.H.I.E.L.D. Director Jack Pinter. That S.H.I.E.L.D. virus has been set to explode somewhere in Manhattan. You have until 6 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time tomorrow to assemble $1 billion. Any attempt to evacuate Manhattan will result in the immediate release of the virus. Against Hydra, there is no shield.
Alright, let's take this bird a little lower.
Damn it, Fury, what do you think you're doing? You're endangering the mission! You comic book coward!
Give us the coordinates, Tim.
We have 2 servers to where missiles been launched.
Alright, let's move or we're gonna have 2 heat seekers up our exhaust. Hang on, people!
Bail out! Grab your gear!
You located the suspect vehicle yet?
Sir, I have the site now.
30 minutes to the deadline.
This is Hydra headquarters. Blowing S.H.I.E.L.D. in the way of Yorka.
Nick, thank God. I thought you were dead.
I was, but now I'm better.
You must get us the abort code.
The abort code.
Fury! You're too late!
Fury!
Well, that was surprisingly good.
Yeah, for a TV Marvel 1998
film starring David Hasselhoff. It was
pretty good.
It was solid.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never really read the Nick Fury comics, so I don't know how good an adaptation it is. But I mean, the Nick Fury I mainly know is the Sam Jackson Nick Fury in the movies, which is Ultimate Nick Fury when he was based on Sam Jackson, like actually, and his appearances in the Spider-Man animated series.
Yes. Yeah, I remember that too.
For those of you, some may not know, but Nick Fury actually used to be white.
Yeah.
And had hair at one time.
Good times.
It's not exactly a superhero movie.
No, it's more just like
it's a spy thriller.
Yeah.
Well, thriller. It's a spy action movie.
Yeah.
We start out in a lab where the cryogenic body of Baron von Strucker is kidnapped. Is stolen by some Hydra agents.
Yeah.
And a guy called Clay is killed, and we meet our villain, Viper. A.k.a. Madam Hydra.
Yeah.
Who is apparently Baron von Strucker's daughter.
Yeah. That's kind of important. A little bit. And then after that, we cut to a mine.
We cut to a mine in the Yukon. Where Nick Fury is digging for something.
I don't know what he's doing.
And
just like throwing a pickaxe out.
Someone knocks at the door, is like, go! And he arms himself up, goes and tackles the person at the door who is a British S.H.I.E.L.D. agent.
Yeah. And
so
then,
it's basically, hey, we need you to come out of retirement to do one last mission. We've faded the world.
Typical, action movie stuff that you would normally see.
We get some scenes of Hydra. There's
bunch of robots.
They're never revealed as robots, but they have dark glasses, bald, white, pale, move with very
robotic movements. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's when she's holding the meeting for the other Hydra leaders, right?
And I can't remember her actual name. She just went by Viper, but she has a brother called Werner.
Yeah.
Werner Strucker. She kills one of the leaders who went against her.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're going to release the Death's Head virus in New York. Manhattan. They killed 8 million people.
Just for a message.
And the message is, we're still here.
Yeah, we're back. Hey.
We're back. A dinosaur story. I want to see John Goodman as Nick Fury.
How much do I got to pay to see that?
More money than you have.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
So they get Nick Fury to agree. We meet some. There's a British guy. There's an ESP agent.
Kate. Yeah.
Kate, and then there's totally not Black Widow. Contessa Valerie. Contessa Valerie.
Yeah, I just remember Val.
She's Nick Fury. No, she's not Nick Fury. She's Black Widow.
Yeah, she's Black Widow.
She even dresses like Black Widow. The black.
I thought it was when we first saw her. That's what I thought it was, but yeah, no.
Except she wasn't a redhead.
Yeah.
They give him a gun that's biolocked to his DNA signature,
which is cool.
Some more gadgets, and they're working on a really disturbing robo-clone of Nick Fury.
Yes.
Who is actually important to the plot.
Surprisingly. We'll find out about it till later on. And then just basically a bunch of typical.
Apparently, Artem Zola was captured, and they're holding him in Berlin. Right. So they go to Berlin.
To capture him.
A robot's kicked down the stairs by their Interpol contact.
Whose name I don't remember.
But she's British.
Yeah.
So they take them into the special S.H.I.E.L.D. base, which is hidden behind a hologram wall.
A.k.a. As Merrick said, as we were watching it, Platform
9 3/4. And they interrogate Zola, and it's revealed... by ripping the information out of his mind.
But it turns out someone already been in his mind.
They put a trap in his mind. Then there's a Hydra agent in the base. And it turns out it's the Interpol agent.
Whoa.
Who's Viper in disguise. Who kisses Nick Fury and poisons him.
Dun, dun, dun.
So they find out that is from Colombian tree frogs.
Yep.
And he says, "So how long do I have before Kermit bites me in the ass?" Which is a great line.
Nick had a few good lines in this.
I will say, this is two things that people have been looking for a while. One, this is as close to a Metal Gear Solid game a Metal Gear Solid movie that you're ever going to get. Oh, yeah. He looks and acts like Metal Gear Solid. They have the little thing at some points, the communicator.
Oh, yeah.
Near the end, they have that near the end. There's the stealth. He looks more like him than another character who greatly resembles Solid Snake, which is what this movie is also.
Yeah.
Another Escape from New York movie. You got the eye patch wearing ex-war hero brought back for a mission. He has a poison, which has a ticking clock that's going to kill him unless he succeeds in the mission. It's an Escape from New York movie. He even looks like Snake Plissken, just with short hair.
I get the resemblance of Snake Plissken. I didn't think about the whole time limit thing. Oh God!
It's actually a better Escape from New York sequel than the actual Escape from New York sequel, which was I think the 6th episode of this show.
Yeah, it was an early one.
Escape from L.A. That was a bad movie.
That was before that was back when I refused to come back on the show.
Yeah, the only one you had was Sorcerer's Apprentice at that point. You were the 2nd episode.
And then
Sorcerer's Apprentice, no, that's a good movie. Sword and the Sorcerer.
Yeah, and then you told me that Video Dead was on the wheel, so I said, no, that's gone.
So, she announces her plan that unless you give me this large amount of money, I will launch the bomb. $1 million. So they tell Nick Fury he cannot go on the mission, but Nick Fury is Nick Fury, so he goes on the mission.
Exactly. You can't tell Nick Fury no.
Not Black Widow takes a team to track down and disable the actual bomb.
Missiles, yeah.
Well, Nick Fury and his team are going in to take down Viper.
Yeah.
Well, let's focus on Black Widow's team first.
Yeah, because there's...
They track down... They find out that it has to be in a refrigerated truck.
Yeah.
So it cannot be fired from air because then you could just put up a no-fly plan. They track down the car. Turns out to be a decoy, so they go after the other one.
Ends up being a garbage truck.
They see garbage truck. They track it follow to the base. They sneak around the rafters as Werner's preparing the thing. Then
it's like a robot tossing a ball.
It's like, would you stop that? Do you have to do that?
And the robot just kind of looks at
tosses the ball, picks it up. Oh, it's a grenade!
I love how long it took to he's just holding it like, oh, this is going to end bad.
And Black Widow has a standoff with Werner's like, you wouldn't shoot me, you'd risk me detonating the...
Shoots him right in the head.
Right in the brain, he dies. They deactivate it. While this is going on, Nick Fury and his team infiltrate the base.
Well, they're playing get shot down first by missiles.
They infiltrate the base. British agent tries to stealth attack the Hydra guard.
The Hydra
I can hit him in the thing, and he'll knock, but he's just like, cut! And the Hydra guard just turns like, what was that? What the fuck was that? Knocks him.
You remember that scene in Spaceballs where he tries to do the Vulcan neck?
Yeah, it's like, no.
It's like that.
So they take him out. Nick Fury takes out the guard. They get into the base. Then they get promptly captured by Viper.
Because it was all a trap.
And Viper actually electrocutes Nick Fury with a big ring.
That was cool.
She disarms all of them. It's like, now the eye patch too. It's like, oh, come on. You're too suspicious. You should trust more people. Lifts it up. Electronic lockpick. Oh, I thought I left that in my other patch. Sorry.
It's always very 90s.
I was expecting her to open the eye patch and like a little knockout dart shoots out of it.
Just knockout gas.
Something does happen with the eye patch.
Yes.
We'll get.
Quite positive.
They get locked in the cell.
It's cold.
It's cold because they're like pig carcasses hanging in there or cow carcasses. Some stuff happens at the helicarrier, not important. The special effects are amazing.
Yeah.
For a 90s made-for-TV.
Yeah, like the helicarriers looked really, really good.
Nick Fury's like, okay, I know how to get through the door. He takes out the eye behind the eye patch. Turns out it's fake, and it's a bomb. And he sticks it to the wall. It's like, okay, we should run now.
Like, blows up the door, the guard falls down. It's great.
He fights Viper. They subdue her.
He fights Viper.
Yes. He fights Viper. She shoots him in the stomach. And it's like, oh, it was the LMD the whole time. Arnim Zola tries to use the gun, but he's not the right person, so it turns around and electrocutes him.
He falls or something. We don't really see what happens to him after that.
You can assume he dies.
Oh yeah.
So they rip the shut-off code, the abort code from Viper's head.
Yeah.
They put it in. But then she's like, but I have 100 guards cutting through the door, 100 Hydra soldiers, and they will crush you. And then, I don't think you're right there. And S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier comes in, saves the day. But then Viper escapes.
Because there's another countdown.
With in the Strucker cryopod.
Yeah.
I was expecting it to be a rocket, but it's actually a pneumatic elevator.
It's like Willy Wonka glass elevator thing.
Would have been great.
It would have been funny.
So Nick Fury tells that British agent that's a good.
I think his name is Pierce.
Maybe
I might be wrong about that, but yeah.
You have the makings of a good agent. And then everything seems fine. He punches the asshole S.H.I.E.L.D. director in the face.
Yeah, pretty much anything that takes place on the carrier is non-important in a way, except for the whole fighting the ice truck thing, which they do, which is pretty cool. But other than that, this is kind of the whole police jargon kind of thing.
They laugh. And it turns out that they brought back Baron von Strucker.
Oh,
and this movie should have had a sequel, but it didn't.
It's the thing with TV films, man.
And then it's over.
Yeah.
Got a drinking game for this one. Every time Nick Fury pops a cigar in his mouth, take a shot.
You're at least taking 7 this entire film.
This was a good movie. Well, not a good movie, but it was a fun movie.
Yeah, well, compared to the fucking what we did last week.
Better than the run I've had for a while. Frankenstein 80, Mainstream was okay. Season of the Witch, Creepazoids.
No, this one was fun. I liked it. It was as much as you could expect from a '90s, a late '90s MCU.
Honestly, it's one of the better pre-MCU Marvel movies.
Yeah.
For me, it's right up there with the first 2 Spider-Man and the X-Men movie. In terms of, it's that good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I was it's genuinely surprised.
I would highly recommend this. This is
I mean, if you just want a Nick Fury movie,
it's probably the best Marvel film we've covered on this channel. I mean, it's on par with the Dolph Lundgren Punisher movie. Bit better because it's actually identifiable as Nick Fury.
Yeah.
Hell of a lot better than Man-Thing and Doctor Strange. Not quite as entertaining as the Fantastic Four, because that movie was just ridiculous.
I gotta watch that at some point. I really do.
I'd give this a solid 6.
Yeah, 6.
Solid 6, no joke. This is a good movie.
Yeah. But just as the last one killed us so much, we had to give it a solid score. This one, I think, brought us up. Yep. Yeah, I think a 6 is a fair score. That's what I'd probably give it as well. As it is still it is still slow, but
the effects, especially considering none of it was CGI, it was all practical.
Yeah,
that was a good movie.
Really good,
a damn good looking.
Film. I mean, they reused a couple of shots, but I mean, again, film movie. I'm not gonna TV film. I'm not gonna complain, Well, really good. I would recommend.
So, I've been Mark Tomato.
I'm Ben Miniman.
And we'll see you all next week.
Bye bye.
Ciao.